Hello and welcome to another Tip Tuesday. My name is Adam Waymer. I'm the COO here at IndySoft, and today I'm happy to be talking with you about our admin panel. This was a newer feature that was added in version 13, and we got a lot of great feedback on it, so we made some enhancements to it in version 14. What I want to take everyone through today with it is how to maybe leverage it the best. One thing that we've seen is using it almost as a quick launch panel for various roles. It says admin panel, but we can use it for a variety of things. And so that's what today's quick tip is going to be about, showing how to get this to show different things based on various users and what they need. Before we get started, I'm going to take a quick step back though. If you're coming from an older version of IndySoft, say version 12, the way layouts were controlled and visibility was handled was all through Layout Builder. In version 13, when we moved to a fields layouts, the control of it's a little different. So historically, you would have come into Layout Builder, you would have gone to your home layout, you'd see it here, and you have your visibility controls here. Whether company, say a read-only customer of yours, you need to make a specific layout for them so that they see only information pertinent to them. A profile type, which is primarily what we're going to do today. Technician roles see this, read-only use this, managers see this. Just a view for those individuals, or even down to the user level, where just a specific person gets their layout exactly how they want it. Again, it's going to be very similar, but we do it in a different place. Now, you can still access field layouts here, but traditionally, I think you would come in here to clean them up and adjust visibility settings if you need to. For creation, we're going to do it directly from the main screen. So admin panel's up here. You click that, the icon, and you see all those various elements, and most people probably don't need that. I'm a system admin, so I definitely want to have a lot of stuff available to me. I need it. But let's think about that technician. Do they need to go through all this to find what they're looking for? Absolutely not. Less clicks, the better. So let's get started. Let's make a tech layout. So to do that, I'm going to right click, and you'll see I have some different options here, and we're going to do new layout. And I'm going to call this just something simple, tech layout. And add my note here, adding a new technician layout. So that goes into our config changes, which is a full revisioning system in the software. So if someone changes something, you know where they did it. All that can be turned on or off as needed. All right, so coming in here, I've got a new layout that's created. It's asking me for sort of the visibility settings of it, how we want to control it, similar to what we saw in the layout builder previously. I'm going to uncheck system-wide though. This is not something that I want for everyone. So let's hit OK. And then I get a similar view to as you saw on the previous screen, but I'm going to choose profiles. I want two people able to see this. System admin, because I'm working on it, I need visibility to it, and then my standard users. These are the people who are going to be interacting with it the most. So I've got my visibility controls in place. I close that. If I right click here, you'll see I now have a tech layout and it's selected. So I know any customization I'm doing is taking place on the tech layout, not home layout or default options. Now, if I was modifying the layout itself and trying to, get rid of anything, adjust it, this is where I'd go to customize it, but that's specific to the home layout. We're not doing that right now. We're worried about layout. We're worried about the admin panel itself. So let's click this here to customize it. In the admin panel, click the cog there. Takes me to an entirely different screen. And it looks very similar to the customize that you saw on the previous one. I got a lot of stuff here. Those texts don't need it. Let's start stripping things out. Management, they're probably not going to access that. We don't need it. Scripting, they definitely don't need that. Monitoring might be kind of beneficial to double check things like they're printing, but I don't need config changes. Let's strip that out. I don't want them going into Profile Manager or Workflow Config, so all configuration is gone. Preferences. Now there's multiple ways to get to your user location settings, and you can click this drop down here and get to your user location settings, but let's say we're going to give them a little bit more access. Same thing for changing their user location. It's right there, but just to be on the safe side, let's add that back in here for them. Okay, they've got that. They're not doing export, import, any data transfer stuff. They don't need any installation, setup, or registration. These techs aren't doing anything with RFID, and that's it for preferences. So right now I've got support info so they can maybe see who else is logged in. We've got IndyPrint admin to check on anything that is happening printing wise, but in their basic settings. So let's just call this quick access instead. It's kind of a generic name here, and I'm going to close it. All right, so now I've stripped everything out. I got a real simple sort of panel. I'm going to hit Save Layout, finished modifying. If I could type, for technicians. Something so when anyone else comes in here and sees it, understands what my goal was when I was trying to do it. I will uncheck the cog, and now you'll see I've got my quick access panel available here. And you could do that for anything. A read-only user might need 2 items in there. It just depends on the use case. You have customer service reps that might need access to set charges or other utilities. Well, we give them access to that based on their home layout, and we would just build one for each. Now, if you note here, just to show it real quick, I can go back to my default options. I've got a slightly different screen set up. And then if I come over here to my home panel multi-layout, it's going to be back where we were in the first place. So each view kind of shows what you need differently. I think that's a pretty good use case. If you have any questions with that, you can always check our help files or go to just email support@indysoft.com. Our guys are always there to help. And I hope that is useful for someone. Just less clicks the better. Good way of giving quick access to things for those who don't need it. And have a great week. Thanks.